Welcome to Diving into the Word today with TBDW here. And today I want us to look at the difference between temptation and testing or trial. First of all, the source. For temptation, the source is the devil. The devil is the one who tempts people, not God. And for testing or trial is God. God is the one who tests people. So the source, temptation, is from the devil. Testing is from God. Another thing you need to know is the purpose. The purpose for testing is to approve you or to qualify you for the next level. And it's like a teacher. A teacher sets an exam to test the students to know if they are qualifying or if they are able to go to the next level. So it is to qualify or to graduate or to approve you for the next level, to become better. But for temptation, it is to disapprove you. It wants to make you look like you don't know anything, like you are not competent, you are not qualified. So it means to diminish you, it means to put you down. Another thing is the mode of action. For temptation is attractive in nature, it's tempting. Whereas testing, it is not attractive. In fact, it is hard. It looks bad. It is detestable. It is something that you will not feel like doing it. Someone like Abraham, he was tested to give his only begotten son. That one was a hard decision. It looks not attractive. It looks, in fact, you can doubt if God is there. You can doubt if God is in it. But God is there. The same thing that happened to Job. Losing all his possessions, the children, if it reached a point that he started asking and wanting to know if really God, why he has done that. It was painful. It was not something attractive. So the mode of action for temptation, it is attractive, it's enticing. The same thing that happened to Adam and Eve. They saw the fruit that it was good for food. It could make someone wise. It could make someone to know good and between good and evil. So it was something looking attractive. And you find that that's why they ended up eating. But for testing, it's something, it does not look good. It looks very hard, very bad. You can even doubt if God is in it. And then another thing is the outcome. The outcome of temptation is to make you to sin, to make you to error, to make you to fall short of God's glory, to be away from God. It takes you away from God. Like what happened to Adam and Eve. They were chased out of the Garden of Eden after sinning. After being tempted and eating the fruit, they were chased out of the garden. But for testing, it brings you close to God. The end of it is better. The end of it is you become glorious, like Job. After being tested for those all those trials he underwent for 7 days, later his life became double portion. He received a double portion of what he had initially. He was blessed more abundantly. So you can read in the book of James chapter 1, and it relates to some of this. It says that James 1:12, blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because so here trial is like testing. So blessed is the one who perseveres under testing or trial, because having stood the test, now the word test comes in, that person will receive the crown of life. Remember, we have said that testing, at the end of it, you become better, you'll be congratulated. So here, after you have stood the test or you have passed the test, you will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. Verse 13, when tempted, no one should say, God is tempting me, for God cannot be tempted by evil. Remember, temptation is caused by the devil, who is the evil one. But God cannot tempt you because he is good, and he cannot tempt anyone by evil, nor does he tempt anyone. But each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own desire and enticed. Remember the word enticement, or temptation looks attractive. There is a kind of enticement. And then it continues to say, verse 15, then after desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin. And sin, when it's full grown, gives birth to death. So the end of temptation, which is caused by the enemy, is to bring you to sin. And after sinning, you die. The enemy came to kill, to steal, kill, and destroy. So the end of it is not good. But for God, he wants to approve you. He wants to crown you. He wants to test you to make sure that the end of you is better than the start. Another thing, you can also know this when you read Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 16, where it says that he gave you manna to eat in the wilderness, something your ancestors had never known, to humble and test you. So that in the end it might go well with you. So the purpose of testing is to make sure that at the end of it, it may go well with you. Unlike temptation, where it wants to destroy you, it wants you to make look bad, it wants to separate you from God. So testing brings you close to God, but temptation, it makes you move away from God. Another thing is that with temptation, there is no room for teaching or preparation. It can happen anytime. But for testing, there is something that God has already prepared you, and then He comes to test. A teacher does not bring tests when he has not taught the learner. So God teaches you some things, and then now He comes to test you to know if now you qualify to move to the next level. But the enemy is just ambushes you and gives you something that you have not planned, because the aim is to that you should not pass, you should fail. So if you are a teacher and you set exams for students which you have not taught, that one turns from the test to temptation. You are tempting them because you want them to fail. You don't want them to pass because you have not taught them. So for temptation, there is no preparation, there is no prior warning or prior directions to help you to pass, because it is meant to make you fail. But now for testing, there is preparation. Abraham had been given a son, and now God could not ask him to give what he does not have. So he had already promised him, you'll get a son. Yes, he has gotten a son, and then now he asked him to give the son away. So there was a part of preparation. But now for the temptation, there is no preparation.